Alright, hello everybody. Friendly Red here, and welcome to my initial impressions of a game that started existing rather quickly, didn't it? Yep, this is RKGK slash Rakugaki. So yeah, as I alluded to at the start, this game was quick to exist, huh? First shown at the III Initiative in early April, RKGK really stood out to me even amongst all the other great games shown there. While we didn't see any gameplay, it was for sure a game I was going to keep my eye on, and I was looking forward to its slated summer 2024 release. Fast forward to May 2nd and, well, the game was announced to release just a few weeks later on May 22nd. Now, I'm pretty sure May isn't exactly, well, summer, but hey, I won't ever complain about a game releasing earlier than expected. I was just surprised to see that this game was so quick to go from reveal to release, especially coming from a new developer and this being their first game. But hey, this III Initiative revealed game releasing earlier than expected kind of makes up for another III Initiative revealed game that's now launching later than expected due to that. Anyways, I think that's enough rambling on about the short and sweet pre-release period for RKGK. We need to discuss how the game is. Let's get to it. RKGK slash Rakugaki is a single-player 3D platformer where you'll take on the role of Vala, a member of the RKGK crew. It's up to you to jump, dash, grind, and surf your way through Cap City, freeing the inhabitants from their corporate brainwashing, as well as restoring color and liveliness to the city itself through the use of graffiti. As I just listed, you have quite an array of movement options and abilities to make your way through levels in Rakugaki. Vala is able to jump, double jump, wall jump, grind along railings found in levels, use a grapple hook to zip to grapple points and to certain enemies, dash along the floor and in air, and perform basic punches to break open boxes, as well as defeat enemies. In addition, you can also utilize the power of graffiti to enhance your movement too, either by hovering in the air for a bit, by spraying cans of graffiti beneath you while jumping, and by spraying them behind you while on the ground to surf along the surface. So yeah, Val has quite the moveset to, well, make use of, and using all of these abilities in tandem with one another is important, especially if you want to go for fast clears of levels. You also want to make sure you're using a variety of moves for the sake of your Defacer mode, powered up state Vala can enter after chaining together moves. A meter in the bottom right will show your progress towards activating Defacer mode, and once active, your graffiti enhanced movement abilities will become powered up and also make you move faster too. The multitude of movement options and abilities is great stuff, but how does Rakugaki feel in general, in the moment-to-moment movement and overall platforming? Well, from what I've played so far, I'd say it's a mix of generally snappy and responsive inputs, with a hint of floatiness to it all. I personally don't find this to be a problem, but I know some may not like to hear that the game is a bit floaty, especially for a 3D platformer. Also, normal movement is a bit on the slower side, but you can activate your surf at any time while on the ground, and there's no meter or stamina to worry about with that, so you can move at top speed as much as you want, should you choose. On to where you'll be utilizing all these actions, the levels themselves. I've played through the first 2 worlds of the 6 on offer in the game so far, and most of them have been a joy to go through. You'll usually find a good mix of areas where you can blast through at high speeds, with some more careful, slower areas that may require you to defeat enemies, or find a switch or something. Being a platformer, you can bet that there's a great deal of collectibles to nab in each stage, alongside numerous different spots to tag with your graffiti, which will increase your overall score. I've been taking my time playing the stages, but each stage does have speedrun medals tied to them, so if you want to try and get fast clears, the game supports that too. Some of these times needed for gold are pretty crazy though, and it'll be amazing to see the speed clears of these levels pop up in due time. Audio-wise, the game has a fitting mix of techno and electronic music, and visually the game looks nice, but nothing really all too groundbreaking, outside of the graffiti itself. Not only are the 2D designs for your smaller tags quite eye-catching, but the major tagging spots and levels incorporate large, 3D holographic graffiti designs that are a joy to behold. You also leave behind simpler designs and colors around the environment when using your graffiti hover or dash, and these can help liven up the drab, industrial-like environments the game has you going through. Overall, I'm quite pleased with Rakugaki so far. For a first-time release from a brand new studio, it's got a lot of polish, minus a few stutters here and there, and the gameplay is quite enjoyable. The mix of platforming alongside the different movement abilities is good fun, and it's satisfying going through levels, tagging areas with gorgeously designed graffiti art, while also trying to maintain a combo so you can keep moving as fast as possible. Also, the game has some pretty slick cutscenes that appear during more important story segments. And nothing else to really add here, I just think they're neat. Oh, and the game is only $20, which I think is quite reasonable for what's on offer here. If you want to just go through the game and all its levels, you can probably finish it in around 4 or 5 hours, but you can for sure get much more out of it if you're going for all the collectibles, graffiti spots, and or speedrun medals. So my initial impressions of Rakugaki are very positive. and I may be back in the future with a full review once I finish up the game. For now though, I think that'll do it for this video. Made it to the end? I thank you for watching. Your continued viewership and support is greatly appreciated, and as always, I'll see you next time.